Hey there, how there, hello there. It's Jeff Kennedy with a special video on creating the 64 golfer tournaments for the 4 leagues. Well, the 3 tours, sorry. Um, if you watched the ending of the video about Dwayne Marks, him winning the Red Sox fan tournament and how he got in, and then we set up the early 60s. We had 64 golfers, but we had to have some changes. The major changes, of course, is that no player who has won a tournament prior in the tour, that would be Leo Daigle, Arnold Palmer, Bob Ferguson, James Braid, Johnny Farrell, Stuart Gardner, or Kermit Sarley, could qualify. Because in fairness, we want a first-time winner and a trip to Augusta is on the line. Anyone who took second place was, of course, fair game, of course. However, there's also another element. The Olympic tournament coming up. So anyway, the Olympic tournament, you're in the Olympic tournament, you're already playing golf, you don't want to come back and have to play 2 tournaments in 2 weeks. So for the earlies and 60s, for example, the earlies have 5 and the 60s had 9. Old Tom Morris, J.H. Taylor, Bobby Jones, Arnold Massey, and Joe Kirkwood are all from the earlies, but they're in Paris for the Olympics, so they will not qualify. None of these guys actually won a tournament, like Morris, Taylor, Jones, Massey, and Kirkwood. They had won a tournament, but they're not playing because they're in the Olympics, and it wouldn't be fair for them to have to do 2 tournaments in 1 week, 1 month. The 60s had Al Balding from Canada, Gene Lidler, Kel Nagel, Roberto Di Vincenzo, Gary Player, Bob Charles, Percy Ellis, Brian Huggett, and Christy O'Connor. So I know some of those guys haven't really won, and only was it 6 winners? I think they said 6 winners. Only 6 people who have won a tournament, a tour tournament in the first 7 months, actually at the Olympics. So it's a double. You're out. So we've got the 40s, 2000s, and of course they're first on the list. I mean, actually no, they're third on the list. So we did 64 people randomly. So we got to make sure that the golfers who have won a tournament are not in. So let's see. So Ben Hogan, is he in? Hogan is not. Yep, Ben Hogan's in, so he can't play. Kerry Middlecoff, is he in? I don't see Kerry Middlecoff, which is actually good. Yeah, which is good because Kerry Middlecoff is not in, so he technically would not have been playing anyway. Jim Ferrier, he won a tournament, but he is out. Can't play. Porky Oliver. Nope. He's not in the 64, so that's good. He's won a tournament. Sam Snead's won a tournament, so he's out. Phil Mickelson is out because he's won a tournament. And Dutch Harrison. Is he allowed? There he is. He has to be taken out. All right, so we got those guys. Now we got to look for the Olympians. The 40s, 2000s, the 40s had 18. Sam Snead. Well, Sam Snead already won a tournament anyway, so Fred Daly, is he in for Northern Ireland? He is not in. Okay, so that's good. So Fred Daly's didn't even qualify, didn't get the dice roll. Rees didn't get the dice roll. Ferrier, well, he's won a tournament anyway. Bobby Locke for South Africa. I see a South African flag, but that's not him. Oh no, wait, is that? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, so Bobby Locke is DQ'd. He's in the Olympics, so he's already got Argentina. Serda, yep, he's going to have to watch on the sidelines. England, Charlie Ward. I see Poulter. Okay. And Van Donk, he's out because he's going to the Olympics. Like Levitt, they're like, okay, that's the 40s guys. Now the 2000s guys. Now there's 17 of them country. U.S. Tiger Woods. Is Tiger Woods in? I don't see Tiger, so that's good news. He's not in this thing. Canada, Stephen Ames. There are no Canadians that were picked. So Stephen Ames for Canada. He's Paul Casey for England. I see Ian Poulter, but I don't see Casey. So that's good news. BJ Singh for Fiji. Nope, I don't see a Fiji flag. Michael Campbell for New Zealand. Nope, he's safe. Triple Immelman for South Africa. He's safe. I see a South African flag for Els, but Els is not in the Olympics or won a tournament, so he's eligible to compete. Stenson for Sweden. There's Foss. There's a Swedish flag for Foss. And okay, Stenson, so he's out. Darren Clark for Northern Ireland. He's out. He's at the Olympics. Patrick Harrington, Irish flag. I don't see an Irish flag. That's good. So he's good to go. Angel Cabrera for Argentina. I see Andres Romero. Oh, there's Cabrera. He can't compete. Jeff Ogilvie for Australia. I see some Australian flags for Scott Baddeley and Appleby, but they didn't qualify for the Olympic tournament, so they're eligible to compete, and they haven't won a tournament, so they're eligible. Denmark, Thomas Bjorn. Yep. Japan, Maruyama-san. That's I see a Japanese flag, but that's Imada, so okay, Maruyama Azoi. KJ Choi. Nope. So he's not there. Spain for Sergio. Yep, he's going to the Olympics. Venezuela, Fachegas. Yep. In France for Leve. There's Philip Reynolds. He hasn't won a tournament, so he's safe as houses. Okay, so let's look at the A's. Casey, Patrick Harrington, Justin Rose. Yeah, Justin Rose didn't win. Yeah, Rose didn't win a tournament, right? So Rose didn't win a tournament, so he can come in. Zach Johnson can come in. He hasn't won a tournament. BJ, Michael Campbell can't. Fred Daly for Northern Ireland. He can't. He's going to the Olympics. Petit Goosen. Chandler Harper is eligible. Goosen is eligible because the South African winner was Immelman, so Goosen's eligible. I'm looking at the A's. Jim Tenessa is eligible. Mike Weir's eligible because it's Ames going to the Olympics. Byron Nelson is actually eligible. That's it's Sam Snead. So Nick Ellison's eligible. Immelman, Todd Hamilton's eligible. Fergal is Stuart Sink is eligible. He hasn't won. Immelman for South Africa is the South African champion of the Olympics, so he can't compete. Ben Curtis, Walt Bergamo, they haven't won a tournament. Lucas Glover, Claude Harmon, and Sean Michel. Make sure I did everything correctly. Yep. All right, so we got our 64 golfers for the tournament at Cut 18. Match play groups. Weir takes on Marty Fergo. Okay, that's okay. Where's Reynolds? Reynolds will face Mike Tenessa. So the two Tenessa boys. Well, Mike Tenessa against Phil Reynolds, Fergo against Mike Weir, and we will go with Rose versus Beam as our third matchup on day number 1. So yeah, Weir versus Marty Fergo. So that's the matchups, and those are the guys who are competing. So let's go to the 70s 10s. They've got to do a match play too. Gotta make sure that I do this right. Course 18, cut 18, and it's 64 golfers, no seats. The 70s, 10s. Complete baseball fan can't compete because he's already won. For golfers, all right. A good group of 64 golfers are gonna go. Put up with the roster. Okay, so let's see the Olympics. Let's do the Olympics first. For the 70s and 10s. 70s, England, 20 Jacqueline. I see some English flags, but none that are Jacqueline. So Jacqueline is technical. Okay, that's fine. John Mahaffey, who shocked a lot of people by winning the 70s tournament. Has he been taken? Mahaffey, no. So Mahaffey was not picked anyway. Australia, Bruce Crampton, Australian flag. I don't see an Australian flag, so that's good in a sense. South Africa, Biachi. There's Oosthuizen. That's the only South African flag. Barnes for Scotland. I see a couple of Gallagher's. I see 3 Scottish flags, but none for Barnes. And Puerto Rico, Chichi Rodriguez is not seen. So Chichi is not there. That's good. All right. So the 2010s, U.S. Keegan Bradley, shocking a lot of people by winning. So he is out. Can't compete. Wales, Jamie Donaldson, can't compete. The 2010s, right? Yep. Venezuela for Shonovan Vegas. I don't see Venezuela flag because that's good. Sweden, Blix. I see Linkmer for Sweden, but because it's not Blix, Martin Laird, there he has to be replaced. Rory McIlroy for Northern Ireland. There he is. He can't compete because either he's going to the Olympics. Fisher for England, he can't compete. Carmelo Bello for Eastbourne, so he can't compete. Denmark Olsen didn't get picked. Belgium Cosarts did not get picked. Germany Keimer. I don't see Keimer, so he didn't get picked at first, so that's good news. South Africa Grace. But Oost is the only South African flag, but he's not going to the Olympics, so that's fine. Wai Yang for Korea. I see one Korean flag, that's no. Nihong Matsuyama. Yeah, Matsuyama is out. Italia Molinari, he can't compete because he's going to be in the Olympics. Ireland, Shane Lowry, nope. Japan Matsuyama-san, okay, great. All right, so now we got to make sure 70s, 10s, who's won? Kuchar, is he on the list? Kuchar, don't see Kuchar. Okay, that's good. So Kuchar can't compete because he's won. Webb Simpson, he has to be taken out. Cleve baseball fan. I don't see Cleve baseball fan, so that's good news. He's not, well, he wouldn't be competing. He already won a tournament. Bruce Crampton is going to the Olympics. Yeah, Bruce Crampton's going to the Olympics anyway. Hubie Green, he can't compete. Hubert Green, there's Hubie Green. He can't compete because he's already won a tournament. Jim Colbert, and there goes the mayor, Jack Nicklaus. Colbert or Nicholas. Do I see those two, Colbert or Nicholas? I do not see them. Okay, so we got 54, so we're going to add. Patrick Cantley is not going to the Olympics or has won a tournament, so he's okay. Rookie Fowler is okay to go. Ray Floyd can come. Devner can come in. DJ can. Yeah, DJ can. Kepka can. Kuchar, I think, is going. Yeah, Kuchar's going to the Olympics, so he can't. Schwartzel from South Africa, but that. Oh no, hold on. Kuchar can. Sorry. Or Kuchar's won a tournament. Yeah, Kuchar's won a tournament, so he can't. That's right. Schwartzel, South Africa's representative is Brendan Grace. So Schwartzel can. Lee Trevino can. Nicholas can't. Leishman can. Justin Thomas can. I'm gonna put Sigler out, DeChambeau in. Lots of they have a lot of A's here. Howie Johnson out for Kevin Kistner. There's Mahaffey. Alex Noren. He's not the Swedish representative. That's Blixt. Gibby Gilbert. Peter Butler is going to get taken out for Noren. Pat Perez. Dave Stockton. Gibby Gilbert out for Dave Stockton. A lot of A's and all that bullshit. Keimer's going to the Olympics, so can't do that. Andy North is not, so Mac McClendon's out for Andy North. Russell Hanley, Patrick Reed, Gary Bunsiff out for Patty Reed. Peter Oosterhouse. Bill Haas. Mike Hill out for Jonathan Bird. No, Bill Haas. Horschel was close last time. Bembridge out for Horschel. Shane Lowry's going to the Olympics. Ryan Moore. They got a lot of A's. and Bernard Gallagher out for Nick Watney. All right, so those are the 64 golfers that will compete. Personally, I don't know who I would do for like a matchups. I'll do Rom versus Guyberger. Weiskopf, DeChambeau, and JC Sneed versus Tommy Fleetwood. So that's who I will set up for that. So that's just where we have from there. Okay, so that's 3. Early 60s have been done, so that's the least of my troubles. 80s, 90s. Oops, technically that's wrong. I gotta set up 80s, 90s for match play. So 80s, 90s are the first match play next week to start at cut 18. You know, that's my favorite. 64 entrants, no seeds. Don't want that. 64 guys. 80s, 90s. Doesn't have any of the new guys. All right, so those are your lineups and all that. Now let's see. The Olympics. Spain, Seve, there he is. He's ineligible. Germany, Bernard Langer, he's ineligible. Australia, Graham, he's ineligible. Scotland, Sandy Lyle, two-time runner-up. Well, there's Montgomery, and I think he is the Scottish representative from the 90s. Yes, he is. So Monty's out. Well, okay, so the line didn't have Lyle. Aoki San des, Nihon, there's Osaki and Nakajima, but Aoki is the Japanese winner. US Payne Stewart. I don't see Payne Stewart. That's good. Yeah, there's Payne Stewart down there, but he's not picked. That's good. David Frost for South Africa. I see Fulton Alum. Not Frost. Zimbabwe. Not Nick Price, but Dennis Watson. Okay, he hasn't been picked. He wasn't picked. England. Mark James. I don't see him. All right, 90s. England, Nick Faldo. Didn't get picked. That's good. Australia, Greg Norman. He has to be taken out. Zimbabwe, Nick Price. He's out. US, David Duvall. Duvall got lucky. He didn't get picked. He's going to the Olympics. Scotty Montgomery for Scotland. Yep. Olazabal for Spain. There's kind of Saros, but he's eligible because he hasn't won a tournament or gone to the or qualified for the Olympics. Woosnam, the Welsh Dragon. I don't say Welsh Dragon. That's good. Nobilo for New Zealand. I thought I saw him. Yep. Northern Ireland, David Faraday. I saw him, so he can't compete. Swedish flag. Do I have a Swedish flag for Puri Roderick? But no, not for Parnevik. Paraguay, Franco. I didn't get picked. Good. South Africa, Fulton Alum. Well, he's South Africa for the Olympics. And Raka. All right, so we're down to 55, but let's not forget the 80s, 90s. Who's won? Okay, so Montgomery's won a tournament, but he's already there. Jim Gallagher. Did Gallagher get picked? The answer is no. That's good. David Duvall, did he get picked? I don't see Duvall. That's good news. Dan Forsman. Yeah, he can't compete. He's won a tournament anyway. Nick Price has won a tournament and he's gone to the Olympics. Kelkavecchia. He's ineligible. But I don't see Kelkavecchia. Okay. And Tom Watson. There's one Watson. Tom Watson is not on the list. Okay, so 54. So all the A's. Faldo Asinger is eligible. John Daly's eligible. Steve Jones, Justin Leonard, Olazabal is going to the Olympics. Stadler's Bob Tway is available. Crenshaw didn't win, right? Yeah. So Crenshaw didn't win the tournament, right? And he's not American representative. That's Payne Stewart. Okay, so Crenshaw's Elkington for Australia. He's got to go because it's Graham and Norman. Tom Lehman can go. Marco Mira can go. Weeby out for Jeff Sluman. Ted Schultz out for Steve Stricker. Mac O'Grady out for Fuzzy Seller. I'm looking for the A golfers. Okay. Painster, Calcavecchia, Duval, Paul Lawrie is going to come in for. No, Sowers out for Paul Lawrie. Sandy Lyle's going to the Olympics. Corey Pavin. Watkins out for Pavin. Curtis Drage for John Fott. And Woosnam's already taken. All right. So we got our 64 golfers for that tournament. We're on to draw. So I don't know what matchups I'm going to set up for 80s, 90s. Let's go with Rocco versus Osaki-san. Yep, that's Aoki who's going to be Japan's representative. Let's go with Jones versus Kite and Laban versus Donald. We'll have those three matchups for you. So yeah, so we'll get you some Scotland. We'll get you some matchups there. These guys did not go to the Olympics, so they don't have to worry about it. But they'll be fighting for a spot to uh, the Olympics. Now there's actually a twist. Of course, I'll mention this in the Olympic video, but there's a twist. The Olympic tournament is this week in France. Now, whoever wins the tournament, as long as that person did not win a tournament in the domestic stuff, and there's only 6 guys who have done that, so the chances are slim, the nil. Is if you win that tournament, you go to Augusta as a champ, no matter what decade you're from. But the key is, if a guy from the 1980s, for example, wins the Olympic tournament, then the 80s, 90s tour, the winner will not be going to Augusta. The winner will get second place, will go for second place and get the second chance tournament. So they'll get the second chance, but not get the Augusta ticket, which obviously means if you lose that tournament, second place, you're out of luck. You won't get the second chance tournament. But yeah, there's going to be some fun in the sun, and you better believe it. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm going to do